I'm going to show you how to play the piece Not Over You by Gavin DeGraw. You got a bass progression that's B flat, then a C minor, a G minor, and an F. But then he has chords that go along with it. And the whole piece is the chord. So your B flat chord is B flat, D, F. Here's your triad, 1, 3, 5, B flat, D, F, black, white, white. Here I'm going to play the F down here because it's easier to go to the next chord. There's your next chord. Your next chord is going to be a C chord, C minor chord. C minor chord is C, E flat, G. And we're going to play the G down here. So so far you got B flat. And there's your C minor. Then your hand is in position to go to the G minor, right there. Your G, you just keep the G. So so far we've got B flat. Let me get my fingers out of the way if I can. Let's see if I can do it. E flat right there. So you've got a F or a B flat. And then you keep the G. Now all of these fingers moved. See, every note moved up one. F to G, B flat to C, and D, and D to E flat. So every finger moved up a note, but this time we're going to keep the G and just change those two notes back down to, see, we started off here, and we're going to take those fingers right back to there. So we got up with an F major chord. So you've got B flat, C minor, G minor, F, and that's the last chord in there. Now he puts it into this into a tempo, and that's the whole piece. Okay, so if we put it together, we have it. It's going to sound like this. Comes in right there. Now on the piece I have the vocal all printed out. I'm going to take it and let you see it right now. So I've got the vocal all printed out with the notes, with the lyrics, so that you can see it. It's actually going to be easier to play off of that vocal line with those chords than it's going to be to try to take the hands together. But I will have the hands together on there too, on the back side. But I've got all the notes, and you can listen to it and match your chords up with his vocal line. It's hard to play that vocal line. His vocal line moves so fast, and this thing moves so fast that you can't really synchronize it, and you lose the essence of the piece if you just try to go a single bass. Really, what makes it is the pulse there that he's got going. Once he gets to the chorus, I got to show you the chorus too, because he changes the chord progression on the chorus, and I've got it written out there. He has two measures of B flat, and then he goes to an E flat, and then he goes to G minor, and then he goes to an F, and back to E flat. So he's got but he doesn't play the chords. It isn't as simple as a chord. See, if that was that simple, I'd just show you the chords. B flat, D, F. But that's the sonority. The reason I'm playing them so you can see what the sonority that he's playing. He's playing a B flat, but he's going. And then he keeps that thing going. It's hard to hear exactly what notes he's playing up there. But I'm guessing that he's going to an E flat G right there. He starts off with the B flat, and then I'll change that. I'll show you that in a second. But he has this going. Now here's the sonority: B flat, B, da 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 da, but da da da, da 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 da, and there's your E flat chord, da 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 da, da da G minor, da da da, F major, da da da, da da G minor, da 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 da. Then that time when he stops, he goes da 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 da, and then he stops. And then he goes back to the beginning. let's get this part in here. This is what I think is going on. There's a little bit of syncopation going on up there in the right hand, but you can't, it's you know, it's kind of just ad-libbed right there, so you can't really nail down exactly what's going on, but a lot of times it's right on the beat. So the chorus is going to go with that B flat, then you go to an E flat. Now here I'm going to play D and F up there, D and F up there, then E flat and G up there, E flat and G up there. When I go to the G, I'm going to go to a G and a D, and then the F, I'm going to go to an F and a C, and then I'm going to go back to the E flat, G. And then what you've got there on measures, you've got da, da, that's where it stops, and then his melody goes, and then it's not over you, and then when you've got the melody, when you've got this starts up again, when he starts up with that, that's where he goes, he throws that in right over top of it, not over you. So the melody I have written out, and I'm not going to try to play it here because I'm going to lose it without the words. Then there's also a little counter melody that I have there when he has a bridge, and I have that on the back page, and I am trying to put the hands together so that you can see it. But this is going to be a best thing to do is to play it by feel or to have somebody sing along with it. I've got the lyrics there, and they're printed out on LetterNotePlayer.com. You can see right on the front page. I printed the lyrics a little larger than I usually do, and made the letters large enough so that somebody can follow along if they get the sequence of the notes. So you've got the notes, you've got the words, and then the rest of the words, of course, and I'm printing out extra words. The back page is full of words just like this, because his melody varies. So instead of just giving you the melody one time, I've got the melody and then the melody on the verse and the chorus. He varies the melody on the verse and the chorus, and he kind of does a cool job of it. So I've got all of it there with the chords, with the bass notes for the chorus. And the only thing I don't really have on the LetterNotePlayer.com is these things right here. So you're going to have to watch the video too. Now one thing I need to show you on that before I let it go is I did count it out, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the sequence there, it's right into a two measures of B flat, 2 measures of E flat, then a measure of G, a measure of F, and 2 measures of E flat, back to the B flat, 2 measures of E flat, then your G, and your E flat, back to the G. So the chorus then, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in each measure. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, then E flat, G, 2, 3, 4. Then when you go back to the beginning right there, he sings right there, and then during that time, and then he starts over right off with a new verse. And then I also have at the end, I have the counter melody there. He's got a bridge there where he has something, but I've got that written into the letter notes. So if you go to LetterNotePlayer.com, you can download the music. You can read right off the printed sheet. You can have somebody sing it while you play it. It's not a hard thing to play. You've just got that chorus. You've got your bass, B, C, G, F, the chords that go with it. And then you've got your da-da-da-da. You've got a B flat in the chorus, and an E flat, and a G, F, E flat. So if you can master the chords, and then the trick is to get his vocals to go along. LetterNotePlayer.com. If there's another piece that you want me to put up the notes for it, let me know and I'll try to get them up.